speak to the Board of Supervisors. Ma'am, I was very disturbed at the fact that they shut you down like they did.
Yes.
And can you tell me what it was you were trying to say to them and actually see? I know you talked a little bit on film after that, because you had more people that were interested, that were actually in the audience,
Yes.
than our elected officials. And again, that's pretty disturbing.
It was. I've never actually talked to Gibson or any of that. And just to know, I guess, that he's part of that 5-year plan to help the homeless, that was pretty disturbing to me that he wouldn't let the homeless speak. You know, I mean, if you want to know firsthand how it is to be homeless, listen to the people that are living it. You know, it's not the same. It's not the same. Even, you know, with Capsule coming out, as you know, they try and help you, or you know what they claim to do, but really they leave at the end of the day. You know, we don't.
Do you have? You said you were from Nebraska. Do you have family to get back there? Or?
We do have a little bit of family there, but it's not something we plan on doing. We would rather not go back to Nebraska.
Are you trying to establish here?
Yes, I would like to. I would like to. Yes.
Ma'am, do you have anything you do for a living?
So back in Nebraska, I did phlebotomy. I was a phlebotomist over at the hospital.
So you draw blood?
Columbus, yes.
Okay, and that's great income.
Yes, and I was medical coder. So I did medical coding for the ambulance company and Midwest Medical over in Columbus. I did that for a while. I mean, I did my CNA, my Med Aid. I had all that stuff for a long time. So I did work.
An essential worker, and
yes.
You want to stay in the medical industry?
I would like to.
Would you? I mean, I really try to push entrepreneurs, people working for themselves. Mm-hmm. We see an awful lot of ridiculous things going on in the medical industry.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about opening your own business? You've got credentials, and you've got a nice portfolio, I'm sure.
I mean, that'd be something that would be amazing to do. You know, that's always something.
You're open
that, you know,
with something like this.
Mm-hmm.
Have a list of clients.
Yep, and we have, you know, talked about it on my husband's end too. Because he's like, you know, he's like the jack of all trades when it comes to mechanic, when it comes to fixing anything and everything, you know. I mean, honestly, if something breaks, he can, fix it. So we've always
sir,
talked about...
you are currently looking to work, correct?
I got broken neck in the back right now.
And I heard a little bit about it.
I actually slipped coming out of when the showers were over here, they were flooded.
In here?
Yeah.
Yes.
You slipped in here. Did you report this?
Yeah.
Did they do anything about it?
After I fell, they did, but put safety down and nobody else is falling asleep.
Have you been to a doctor since?
Yeah, I go to the doctor I just got shots in my neck.
That was about a month ago. He had shots.
How long will it take for your neck to be okay?
I don't know.
Did the doctor say? I've known people who've broken their back. It takes about 6 months to a year to heal.
I hope so.
You know, that's what I've seen. My sister broke her back.
So right now he's in the process of the shots, and then he starts actually doing physical therapy. Next week that starts, and then
that's here locally.
Yeah, and then
are you set up with Medi-Cal or anything?
Yes.
Hey!
So you're hoping to get out there and when able, resume work. Now, do you want to open your own business? That's where the real money is. You know, it's real sad when you really give it your all and you quality work and you put your time and your love into your work and you don't get very much in return. But if you work for yourself, there's nobody who's going to work harder for you than you. And I really thank you for your wife, and I would really talk about having you be self-employed. I think you'd be a lot happier. And ultimately, you'll make a lot of money over that period of time. And here in this area, because of it being so expensive, there's a big need for the type of work that you and your wife here do. So you folks aren't looking for a handout, you're looking for work and a hand up, safety for your family, like housing basically, right?
Yeah.
Is that mainly it? Housing?
I mean, we've tried. We had a past eviction on it. We got evicted in Nebraska because my mother daughter, she had a Barbie car, a Power Wheels. It was kind of big though. We had it in our hallway, and I wasn't home. I was contracted for HughesNet. I was installing satellite internet, so I'd be away. She was pregnant with the twins, and they wanted her to. They told her I couldn't be there, and they evicted us for that. And now we have an eviction on our record. It looks horrible. But they don't
so when they do a background check because of an eviction, you can't locate housing now.
We were turned down by. We were approved by what are the housing authority, I think it was. And then they denied us. And then they approved us again. We went to the meeting and they said they don't know why we were at the meeting. That they had already denied us. They denied us that time. It seems like every time that we put in an application or something, I would just go off that back eviction. We came down here with the school bus. I got a cross rocket now. I got a BMW. She's got a minivan. I fix everybody's generators here. I got 9 solar panels on my roof. I got a generator I built into my school bus.
Do you like doing mainly mechanic things?
I do everything.
Just fix whatever.
Everything.
Fix
Yeah.
it.
Anything. I change a motor by myself. That camper right there has been parked for 10 years. That's that orange one with the orange on the front. I got that going. My buddy passed away here actually. He died in the other camper they had. I got that camper going for her. This service camper.
Did you charge him?
No.
You just helped him?
Yeah, him because, well, her.
That's very kind of you.
My buddies was
People helping each other.
The conventions out front.
Yeah.
I made that.
Nice.
Did you see it?
When you first come in, right by that little station?
Yeah, it's right under the sign.
Yeah.
It's got LED lights in it, and solar panels, and batteries.
So you built that?
I built that
and
one.
then donated it?
So he's not forgotten.
You're doing a lot of really good things for this small community out here.
That's right.
So what I've talked to other people about is not very far from here, right on the other side of this mountain, there is an area that is owned by the military, and you heard about this.
I know where it's at.
Yeah, it's right behind Camp San Luis.
Yeah.
And there's streets, there's water, there's power, and several buildings that can be rented. I'm trying to get together sort of what they have here, like a community as well as a place to park our vehicles and everything else, a store, a place where people get counseling, basic medical, and all the above, and you need sickness. And I can only imagine, you have kids out here at nighttime, how is the security?
Well, Shauna, she's not supposed to be on site. She was here last night. She was trying to get in here last night.
Shauna?
She was here when that lady's trailer got started on fire.
Is Shauna,
she's not allowed to be.
I'm not familiar with her. Is
She used to live here, and then they kicked her out, and she was still here for days after, and then that's when that girl's trailer got started on fire.
do they believe possible arson?
No, they ruled it accident. But
Handled, slept.
yeah, but the guy brought Shauna gas, and she don't have no generator or nothing. And as soon as that fire went up, he took off. The cops never even questioned him. Something like that. When my buddy died, she was around during that time. That same night, she was there.
Out here?
Yes.
They passed away out here?
He died in his camper.
How'd he die?
Overdose. They gave him fentanyl. You know?
Fentanyl stuff. God, that's nasty.
A lot of that going on.
And then
Just grin and bear it, baby.
last night, a buddy over there, Dave, his trailer started on fire. I helped him get that out. His inverter was faulty. So we got that put out. The fire department came.
There's no handicap
I told
going on or
Capslo,
anything, so that's good.
Jeanette, I said, look, I don't want nothing to do with you no more, because she's real deceiving. She'll ask you questions like she wants to help, and then she'll use it against you. And she told me I better watch my back. Huh.
Yeah, she just said that yesterday to him.
And
She's supposed to be our case manager.
and this
through
is your
Capsule.
case manager
Through Capsule.
for Caps.
When Mallory stood up and speak,
It's basically threats.
Yeah.
yeah, that's a threat, isn't it? If I would have said that to her, I would have been in
interpret
jail.
it as a threat.
And then when we got back, I asked her. I said, "Hey, what is Capsule able to help us with registration?" And she says, "Weren't you just bad mouthing us at the meeting?" I said, "I didn't say nothing." And she was like, "Yeah, because
Somebody had already.
she said because what's her name? That always talks to her. What's the Yale. She said because she started talking and got the meeting shut down. And I was like, look, I don't know where you're getting your information from, but that's not what happened. The guy would have let her talk because he said time was up. It wasn't because she was talking.
Bruce Gibson.
Yeah.
Bruce Gibson had no business shutting you down like this. He's a bully. And he should be ashamed of himself.
Well, it's just you can't. I don't see how you can be part of a 5-year plan to help the homeless if you don't want to hear from the homeless. That's
Why do you need a 5-year plan?
Well, no, they had that video.
Why can't it happen like right now?
And that's just it.
Yeah, it's ludicrous that they want to drag their feet for 5 years. It what until it's triple the population?
And you know, honestly, like one of the biggest things out here is security. But that contract is now under contract. It wasn't for a long time. It is now because they just made it like that. But you know, you go report incidences to security and nothing gets done because I went over there the other night and he was sleeping.
So we were all calling her, went in, she was drinking and driving. Cops never even showed up.
2 nights in a row, and the first night I went and talked to security, he was sleeping. I woke him up. I told him what was going on, and then I had to go back 20 minutes later. He had fallen asleep.
What
again.
was happening?
The drinking and driving. I mean,
There's somebody in here
yes.
drinking and driving.
And then it didn't really do much because the cops didn't come out here anyways. I just, you know what, it's just...
Well, it's not private property. They could.
Well, and I know that, you know, at a point they had condor security out here when we first came
Our
out
backs
here.
got beat up.
Yeah.
Someone got beat
The
up.
girl in this green camper got beat up, and the cops came out here. The sheriff did. Just took him to the bus stop and let him go. It's because it was out of his jurisdiction.
Wait a minute. The police said this was out of his church. Was it a sheriff?
It said because it happened. She got beat up at in town at an auto parts store or something.
In San Luis?
Yeah.
You have to report it to SLO PD. It's their jurisdiction where the
sheriff
incident
said it
took
was out of
place.
his jurisdiction. So it is.
And yeah, that's right, but they're kind of selective because at the same time, San Luis PD has had no problem going out of their jurisdiction to do illegal
pick favorites.
search and seizure.
It is.
When Rick answered the door with his pliers, his door was broken on the inside. Somebody called him in for loud music. He opened his door with his pliers, and a cop punched him in the face. He said he had a concealed weapon. What did he say? A concealed weapon?
Yeah.
A concealed weapon, and they took his pliers.
With intent to harm.
Yeah.
This was where?
This is here.
Out here?
This is here.
A policeman or security?
A police officer.
Sheriff?
I think it was because they're the ones that
Yeah, this is a
Punched him in
sheriff.
the face.